a touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the AFC just continues to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown is fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense for the NFC back out there. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
Check.
Breeze to throw on second down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
On first and 10, here's Breeze. Caught by Jones. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Breeze. Caught by the tight end Ertz. The ball comes out. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. For Drew Brees, this his 12th Pro Bowl nomination, though he hasn't played all 12 years, but still, what a career and what a season. And to do it at this age, unbelievable.
Not too bad for a guy who turned 40 the week leading up to the NFC Championship game. He keeps himself in such superb physical condition and still loves everything that goes along with football. He may play till he's 60.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Breeze. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
95-56.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's the NFC with the football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Breeze going to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The AFC offense making their way back out. And as it looks right now, granted you have to include the years where the legends pick the squads, but this NFC team is going to have a chance to come away victorious for the first time since January of 2013.
It's almost going to be like you hear in college. We hear the chant of SEC all the time because they take such great pride in their conference. I think you hear the NFC chant coming from those guys on the sidelines now. Would you say the first time since 2013? That's a long time for these guys, and they've taken a lot of ribbing from those guys in the AFC.
Connor powers through again. Oh, refusing to go down. And he's free going. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down. Now Gordon.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can score.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when he snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled
terrible.
Now Breeze. Now a desperation throw into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. Oh, he sheds himself free. Down the numbers. There he goes. And this results in 6. Touchdown.
I have to believe that in a Pro Bowl situation, we talk about these defensive backs during the season, that they're educated gamblers. They take the education out of it. They just go for the football here. Hey, try and make a big play, and if you get one, you really look terrific in this game.
Being chased out left. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory?
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well played, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. I think that everyone's going to go home pretty happy, especially the AFC, since they...
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden.
Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Here come the Bengals on offense, and there's Andy Dalton. And for Dalton, Charles, 2019 almost certainly the toughest of his 9 NFL seasons. Things, though, in his defense, started off on the wrong foot when he lost his top wideout for so many years, A.J. Green, to an ankle injury in training camp.
I saw what you did there.
Wrong foot, ankle.
Yeah,
related.
Very clever.
Yep,
let's face it, though. They struggled through a big losing streak. Andy Dalton was 0-8 and then got benched for Ryan Finley, their draft choice out of North Carolina State, but he didn't produce results. And they brought Dalton back in Week 13 and got the Bengals into the win column. That was a huge win for them, obviously. But I do think that Andy Dalton is going to be on the open market and will be in a different uniform in 2020.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he may have given those 6 yards right back as they're going to get to him well behind the line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now.
Not today, you are. Not today.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Cleveland getting ready for their first drive. Baker Mayfield, the quarterback. There he is, the 24-year-old who came into this year, like the rest of the team, with very high expectations. Touchdown to interception ratio this season, well, it's been right around 50-50. Much different from a year ago when he had 27 touchdowns to just 14 interceptions. But I mentioned all the hype around he and the Browns coming in. Last year, 7-8-1. A lot of people thinking maybe they could make a deep run in the playoffs this year, but looks like Baker and Company. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Bengals set to get the football back here, and it's been an incredibly disappointing first year for head coach Zach Taylor. Of course, last year won a lot of games, was in the Super Bowl as an assistant with the Rams, but 5 road games in the first half of the season didn't help. In fact, their first 6 games of the year, Charles, if we think back to it, listen to this: Seahawks, 49ers, Bills, Steelers, then Arizona, okay, but then the Ravens. I mean, that is a tough stretch. #1 overall pick, a very distinct possibility for them. Where do you think they go with that pick and what they do next spring?
I think they're already spending time evaluating the quarterback prospects coming out in the draft, and they could very well go with a guy who had previous ties to their state of Ohio, which would make a lot of sense. We'll see how it all turns out, but I think the quarterback at the top of the board is going to be the call for the Cincinnati Bengals, a reboot, so to speak.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
First and 10 for Dalton. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. On third down, Dalton. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
What you just saw there.